I've been digging through a bunch of photos online this morning trying to get some like references and inspo pics for Sims builds, and I saw this apartment building. Look at this for a second, okay? I love this. I would love to live here. I just think it's so beautiful. The pink, the little pink railings. Something about this is really speaking to me, and I don't want to try and build like the exterior in The Sims because while that is what I love, I think I would be very sad when it doesn't look the same in The Sims because in real life, part of the vibes are the fact that it's like attached to other buildings. If this was just like some tall, skinny building in The Sims, it would be kind of dumb, okay? We can all admit it. It wouldn't look right, okay? So what I'm gonna do instead is build an apartment in The Sims and pretend that it's in that building. That is my plan. Slight problem because this brown front door is really ruining my vibes. And the other thing is this apartment is a little bit bigger, I think, than I actually want it to be. And so I'm kind of considering cheating to make it smaller. And what I mean by that is like building walls kind of like this, maybe even that big, and just closing this off and saying it's not part of the apartment. Like, I'm gonna fill it up with platforms. Can I not put that any higher? What? Oh my. Oh my. Why? Why can I not raise the platform any higher than that? I swear I've done it before and I was able to cover the whole thing. Can I do it anywhere in the apartment? Cannot place room due to fixed object. What? Oh my god. Okay, we are not off to a good start. This is awesome. Oh no, I can't even make it smaller. It's broken. Wait, I can't build any walls. Are you kidding? Because I can't even delete it? Can I delete the walls? Oh, good god. All right, let's reload the lot. I was so excited. I just wanted to build. Can I do it now? Okay, we're fine. False alarm, besties. Everything is fine. And I can even fill this up now. Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say, I've done it before. I don't understand why it wasn't working. Why does the lighting look glitched in there? Do you see that? Do you see how it's supposed to be? Like with the lighting like this, darker? Huh. Well, I don't really care what it looks like. I'll just put like black floors up there. That doesn't bother me. Actually, I might get debug on. Is it a debug thingy that's... Oh, there you go. I don't think it's debug. It's just industrial flooring. But I can make it look like it, you know, continues on. That works. Anyway, I'm kind of thinking we could do like a 2-bedroom apartment. One over here, one over here. And then maybe we could put the bathroom like this. Because I feel like a lot of places in real life have a little hallway like this anyway. And then the rest of the living space isn't huge, so it kind of works. That's what I'm going for, honestly, so I like it. I could even make this bedroom smaller if I wanted to, although I don't know where I'm gonna put the door. I can make it as big as I want it to be. Here's what I'm thinking though. If I do it like this, then I can have cabinets, probably not these cabinets, but I could have cabinets, like the kitchen kind of like there. No, it's fine if it's like this. We can do the cabinets like there. Never mind, I'm gonna get rid of this. Oh, did I mention I want the whole place to be pink? I may have failed to bring that up, but that was the plan, by the way. I am, in fact, going for all pink everywhere in this house. Okay. So I kind of want it to be like older looking and maybe a little bit more traditional looking inside. I don't know what that entails as far as the flooring goes, but basically what I mean by that is I want to have like nice original hardwoods, maybe like wall paneling, wallpaper. Why are the floors doing that? Look, do you see how it does that in the corner? Can I not make it even no matter what I do? Look, do you see how that doesn't line up? Game. Okay, you know what? I like that I can't have the flooring lined up in the corners. I think it's good. What a nice, unique touch that the flooring doesn't match in the corners and I can't make it no matter what I do. No matter what I do, nothing changes. Well, I was kind of thinking about using these, but I don't know if I want it to look that old. Like those are kind of rustic. And while I said I wanted it to be like an older looking apartment, I don't know if I want it to be like rustic. You know, I guess I could give them like some really fancy appliances to even it out. No, I'm just kidding. We can do like these. It's actually a pretty good sized kitchen. Do I want an island? I can fit one. I'm not really sure about the brown in the cabinets either. This is making me feel sad. I don't know if this is right. Maybe I shouldn't do pink. What if we did yellow with like a slightly more modern cabinet? Some open shelving maybe? Okay, look, it's not the most wide open space, but I do think it looks nice. We could do like yellow and pink. We could combine it. I'm looking for pink curtains that don't look silly. I know we have the cats and dogs ones, right? The size of the curtains doesn't work. I might do this though, and then put like a dining table in that area. Here's my concept for splitting up this room. We do like dining table, not that dining table, but you know, a dining table. It has either 4 or 5 chairs, depending on how the living room works. Maybe just 4. We could do a pink sectional. I think I may have figured out what I want. But we could do like a pink sectional right here. It could be a little bit bigger or smaller. I'm not sure yet. Some sort of TV situation like this. Rug. You get get the idea. I think it's split up pretty well. I mean, in real life, you probably wouldn't want the island like that, but I don't really want the island like that either. Maybe I do want the island like that. That feels like a more natural walkway. I just don't like how it looks with the, no, maybe I'll keep it like that. I need to think about it. These pinks they're not working. Maybe I'll do white curtains then. Also, this wallpaper, the pink and yellow, I have to make it work somewhere. Maybe it's in a bedroom, maybe it's in a living room, I don't know, but I want to put it somewhere. Maybe I should base everything else on the rug, because like that's not the vibes. Not the vibes. This one though, maybe a little bit more so the vibes. I might even go for like the bolder, brighter pink. The rug size is less than ideal. That much I will say. Is that even? No, it's not centered. If I made it like into a fake square, does that look okay? I wish that there was no seams because I really do like the idea of this. I just feel like in practice, it's not that good. I want like a really nice wallpaper with the trim and everything. Like this is what I'm going for. Honestly, in the pink as well. I think I want to keep it like that. But like the idea is that it's maybe an older building, but we've sort of updated the kitchen and the bathroom and got some more trendy furniture inside. Like that's kind of what I'm going for with this. Are those lights just like way too big? Or is it cool? Maybe both. Well, no, I kind of like that. We might need something like that in there. And then I was thinking about using a wall like this. Exposed brick, but it's like very plastered over. Kind of hard to see the brick. Looks like it could be just white. I don't want this wallpaper behind this cabinet though. Wait, that's kind of pretty with the fancy trim. It's a lighter pink too. I didn't realize there were different shades of pink. Is it nice? Or is it ugly? The combination here is not ideal. Trust the process, okay? I'm gonna figure it out. Do I want a TV on the wall? Maybe not one that's that big, but we could put a TV on the wall. Well, that's too small. So is that. Oh no. Oh, maybe I could do like cabinets. Is this apartment modern or is it not? Kayla, what are you doing? Frankly, right now it's just ugly. So you have to pick. I'm trying to think about ways to like split up the space a little bit and maybe make it a little bit different. Well, what if this was a room, or at the very least like a fake room, and we did it like with the columns and the things? Maybe that would be nice. And then it does give me an excuse to have like tile in the kitchen, even if it's not like a fancy tile. I don't know, like a slightly upgraded tile might be good. Could just be the white tile. Oh, those shelves are not really my vibe. Well, maybe that could work. What if it was like a full-on archway instead? Okay, I actually don't like that much. I kind of like it being open. Well, now what if this room had yellow wallpaper? I do like it better with the taller paneling. Okay, do we do pink or yellow chairs? I don't know. I tried to do this like mix and match like combo of them both, but I didn't like it. Maybe if there was less to them and they were like this instead. The problem is that the pink is like the same pink as the couch, and I'm kind of trying to branch out a little bit here and not have it all be so samey. It's also kind of a tight squeeze. Like it's very, very close to the couch. Oh my gosh, a hanging plant? Wait, why didn't I think of that? That's so good. I think we need something like that in the kitchen. I'll come back to her. Well, even just in general, like any big hanging plant, like even if we did like this one, this giant one, and we put it like kind of in between the corner, that could be really nice. It sort of helps separate the two rooms a little too. Yeah, if we just had a lot of plants in here. I shouldn't have turned on debug. I'm gonna go to Manage Worlds and come back just so it's gone. I can't deal with digging through all of that just to find like a shelf. Oh, it looks sad from this view. This place is a mess. I think that's a little bit too wide. I need a slightly smaller one, but I like how tall that one is. I tried this one too. This one's a little bit skinnier, but it's also like way more modern looking, which maybe isn't a bad thing because like a lot of the furniture in here is. I'm trying to use this plant to cover up the flooring too, but it's not working. You could still see it. See, now I'm wondering if I want to use a fireplace instead of a TV, but the rug that I want is not the right size. The rug that I want is not gonna work for that. So honestly, if the rug were like that big, that is really and truly the size that I want. But I don't want to deal with the stripe. What if I just like ignored it and said, I don't care, I like it? Would you be mad? Well, this is a YouTube video and you can't respond to my questions. So realistically, I can do whatever I want. So maybe I'll just do it and I'll say, well, if you don't like it, then I'm sorry. I mean, this wallpaper also comes in yellow. We could use it. I think I might do this combo in the bathroom. I kind of like it. I may try and just real quick get the bathroom over with. Because look, besties, I don't care about it. I never have cared about bathrooms in The Sims. I never will care. I really probably should put more effort into making them look like original and cool, because in real life, like, that's super fun. But in my Sims builds, it's always a tiny room. I never actually looked that closely at it. Oh, that's right. This towel has new swatches now. Fun! Yeah, I might just call it a day there. But see, like, you never look that closely at these rooms, so it can just look like this and you're fine. That's all you need. Other necessities, I'm gonna need a trash can. I might just use like a little, no, maybe what if I use the money trash can? Those are useful. Or what if I give them no trash can and they have to go to the hallway to throw out their stuff? That works too. Maybe the people who live here have 2 little dogs. Yeah, I've decided they have 2 little dogs. Do you see how cute this is with the little dog bowls right in the dining room? What do I put above the fireplace? Okay, I've been digging around through this game trying to figure out what I want to put above this dumb fireplace for so long, and I don't know what I want to do. I know I want to use this painting somewhere. This is like perfect for this apartment. Maybe I'll put it in the hallway. I don't know what I want to do about the wallpaper. I keep changing my mind and like going back and forth on how I want this to look. It's because I'm trying to get this like sort of weird combination of styles, and don't even get me started on this. I don't want this. I might just hide it. I wish that it wasn't in the corner of the room. If it were like able to be moved, because I love the idea of the plaque having to be here, but like if I could put it somewhere, like if I could put it on this wall instead or something, I would feel a lot more comfortable with the existence of the plaque. But instead, they've trapped me with it and I can't adjust it, and now I don't like it. Oh, I want to put books on this so badly. Is that floating? Oh, you're kidding. Oh my god, I'm angry. I don't know what to put up here. I did them at a very specific height. I know it's silly, but I had these at a very specific height, the shelves, because I wanted them to like line up with the vent hood. It probably does not matter, but I sort of liked it, so I did do that on purpose. See, why do the lemons not slot to the shelf? These slot to the shelf and they barely even fit. Okay, I put some things. I can't, I'm just gonna leave it, okay? Wait, does anything else fit? Maybe I could use that. Wait, oh, that could be nice. Maybe it goes like that? Well, what if I just leave it and I stop thinking about it? I want to get like a little umbrella stand. See, I'm trying to think practically as well, because obviously in real life, for example, you would definitely really want to have a table right here, because like that's where your keys go. You check the mirror before you leave. If you're like me, you got your masks there, your purse. Your Sims don't have any of those things. No mask, no purse, no keys, but something about having these things here still just feels right. Why are the slots like this? Oh my god. I'm gonna put some dog treats in the counter too. If we have 2 dogs, we'll need them. Okay, what I'm gonna do instead is custom place some things over here. Can you rotate like that? Maybe go like this. You 2 get close, but not too close. This could probably go like right there. See, that looks nice, right? I don't know. I don't care. I might make this not a kid's room and instead try and have both of the bedrooms be like maybe for 2 roommates or something, just because I have ideas and I don't really want to do like kids stuff. We also have 2 really nice beds that will fit really well. That one, and then hear me out, this one. And then I think this one's also very nice. Oh, I might put some curtains in here. Sorry that I covered up this weird corner. How should I do this? I'm trying to think about where to put the bed so that I can still have a dresser. The room is not very large. We could put a small dresser here. Wait, what does this one look like? I never use this one anymore. I used to use it a lot. Oh, it's a really different vibe, but it's really cute. Do you think there's a yellow rug that's like soft enough to not ruin this? It also has to be very small is the problem. Oh my god. What? Do you see how weird rugs get on platforms when they're raised up and stuff? It looks like it's underneath the bed and then you look at it up here and it's like, oh, so creepy. So creepy. I guess it's gonna be pink. Even then, we do not have good options. Oh god. Well, what about this? No, sorry. How about this? Or this? I've never used this one. Maybe I should build an entire house inspired by this rug. What if we just change this whole apartment to look like that? How does this look if I size it up? Can you tell that it, or like this one? Cause listen, we know deep down that it's a wolf rug. But like, if you place it in the right way, maybe you can't tell. And then what if we tried to get some like more purple in here? If we use like a purple lamp and stuff? There's not really a purple lamp. There's not really good options there. Nothing is as pastel as I want it to be. I find this problem literally everywhere in The Sims. Nothing is ever as pastel as I want it to be. I do not want this color. This is purple. Oh, we could use that. No, it doesn't match the vibes. It doesn't work. Maybe I'll do yellow instead. Is there a different rug? Oh. I am never gonna finish this build. Why? Wait, that could work. It's simple. This one. I think it's from the deluxe version of the game. I never used it. I forgot that it had a pink and purple swatch, to be honest with you. That kind of works. All right. Well, this room I would like to have a dresser and a computer in. I don't think that will be hard to achieve. This one feels bigger. It's like a better layout of a room. It's kind of fun. But yeah, if we don't have a TV, we definitely need to have a computer because it's a Sims necessity for like having a functional household almost. I might even use more of these hanging plants. I feel like more plants might be a good solution for us. Okay. I don't know what else to put in here. I mean, I feel like we need some stuff on the wall, but not the vibe. Also, I just had a package delivered and I watched it on the camera and you can hear the person delivering it. It looks like he's on FaceTime or at least talking to someone on the phone because he goes, bro, what? Are you stupid? And then like puts the package down and then like walks away and keeps talking. But just all I heard was, bro, what? Are you stupid? I wonder what happened. I wonder what he's talking about. I don't think he's talking to me. I mean, he's obviously not talking to me. I want a calendar. Perhaps a Sims in uniform calendar? Ooh, not two of them. And not the police one. Maybe that one. That's kind of odd, but maybe it works. Oh, actually a bookshelf would be useful too. All right, for the most part though, I've like filled up all of the rooms. I just need to work more on now, like the decorations in this living room because I've been putting it off so much because I don't know what I want it to look like, but we do need to decorate the living room. Like it needs to happen. So what if the couch was swapped and it was more like this? Now, obviously, I'll fix it so they attach to each other. But what if it was swapped? Oops. And then we could get like an armchair in this back corner because we could probably get a pretty big one. Those lamps look dumb because they're so high up. Ugh. Anyway, I think the chair is a good idea. I don't know what to put next to it. I wish we had more small tables like this one. I feel like a lot of the side tables are really huge. The outdoor ones aren't, but like the indoor ones are enormous. Look at how much bigger even that one is. And that's like one of the smaller ones. And then you compare it to like this. It's huge. This one's pretty small. This one from Tiny Living is pretty small. Yeah, I want to get some more plants in here. The plants really help, I think. And I also would like to have something above the fireplace. But I don't want to put a TV up there because I think it'll be too tall. Like, that's way too high up. Even the painting looks ridiculous. It needs to be like a wide painting. Or we could do a different fireplace. I'm not really liking the vibes. Not gonna lie, but maybe we could get a TV then, and maybe that's good. I just wish it was white. Ugh. This apartment it's giving me like big builder's block. I won't lie to you. I'm really struggling here. I think lastly, I might just try and get a couple of extra decorations in the kitchen and then honestly call it a day because the apartment is nice. Look, it could be nicer, but I do like the vibes. I will put it on the gallery for you too, but I have to delete the walls where the doors are. Oh no. Oh no. Even this has to be deleted? Okay, well, it has to all be uploaded as one room like this. This is so bizarre. This is the only way to upload it to the gallery so that you can download it. Just load into the apartment, place it as a room, and then like, you know, replace the walls and stuff where I had to delete them. You know what? I don't even care how it looks on the gallery. So what if it's ugly on the gallery? It's fine. Apartments in The Sims are just like that. Every day I feel sad about it, but this is just what we have to deal with. Anyway, I hope that you enjoyed this video. I know it was kind of all over the place. I know it's not my finest work, okay? But listen, I tried. I really did. And with that being said, I will catch you all tomorrow. Bye, everybody. Also, I swear I have like way cuter builds on my channel. If you want to go subscribe and like watch any of those, feel free.